Sampson Community Hospital will be offering calcium scoring screenings for only $50 during the month of February. A cardiac CT scan for coronary calcium is a non-invasive way of obtaining information about the presence of plaque in the arteries and is an extremely helpful tool in identifying your risk of a heart attack. More than 2,500 Americans die each day from heart disease. Don't become another statistic. This special is only good for the month of February, so call TJ Sampson today to schedule your appointment.
You may already know about the EPB's Roundup program, where you can round your electric bill up to the nearest dollar, and that money goes to community relief to help those who are less fortunate pay their electric bill. You can now increase the charitable amount you add to your EPB bill to any amount you choose, $1, $2, $5, $10, or even more. Say your electric bill is $94.14 and you want to round it up by $5. Your bill would actually be $100. To make your change to your EPB bill, contact the Glasgow EPB.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
It's 40 degrees. Yes, we are above freezing. I believe that, as the weather forecaster said, the cold air is giving us some relief from the cold air as things kind of move out here. We got to check in with Ray Stajic in just a minute. But first things first, start the day off by wishing birthday greetings to some special folks. And first of all today, I want to say happy birthday to Gail Matthews, Rebecca Thomas, Becky Sowers has a birthday, Anna Lee Riley, Needy Martin, Lori Fields. Now we're going to be sounding a 60 gong when the Roosters wake up for Denise Stonewall. Aaron Russell, not Aaron Russell, I was thinking about the wrong Russell. It's Jason Russell. Jason Russell is turning 45 today. Greg McCorkle is 41. Katie Hurt has a birthday. Josh Davis, Spencer Kidd, Scott Jones, Sheila Spillman. Jamie Tracy has a birthday. Danny Harden celebrating, and Amanda Ballard with a birthday today. One anniversary. It's a very nice couple. It's a very special anniversary. It's the golden anniversary, number 50, for Larry and Sue Jewell today. It's going to be a festive weekend, and we're glad to kick it off with you today here at WCLU. 608 Ray Stajic, what about the weekend? Can you explain where we're starting off this morning, sir?
Right on the edge, and that edge is where we are seeing some light frozen precipitation and some light unfrozen precipitation. So we've gone and gotten the right thing done here with winter weather advisories for many of the northern counties. Most of us should see mainly raindrops, but heads up, there could be a little bit of sleet or freezing rain mixing in. All right, doesn't look like it's going to be all that heavy, but as you travel north, better chance of seeing maybe some slick travel. So know your road conditions, know your temperatures, and you should be in decent shape as this system quickly moves on through. We get through this morning, and we're in good shape. Precip ends 42 this afternoon. Areas of patchy fog tonight, 33. Fog early tomorrow with clouds, then becoming mostly sunny, 55. Plenty of sunshine on Sunday, low 60s. And that's not even the mildest we'll get over the next 7 days. Mid-60s Monday, afternoon rain showers. Tuesday, low 60s and mostly cloudy. Chance of rain Wednesday and Thursday. Mid-60s Wednesday, mid-50s on Thursday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, a Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Siegel, I would call it a roller coaster. Wow, that's interesting over the next several days there, Ray. Let's look at the current conditions. The barometer's at 31.9. The humidity is at 76%. Southeast winds at 4 miles an hour. And 2/100ths of an inch of rain. And, yeah, Wes, I want to look at that WCLU constant coverage studio radar screen. The radar is showing several patches of light rain in Kentucky. The heaviest rain shower activity right now that I see is on the Barron-Metcalfe County line. There's some lighter patches of rain going north out of Barron County into Hart County on up into LaRue County. Southbound on I-65, just a few sprinkles. Picks up a little bit as you go into Metro Nashville this morning. Nothing heavy, and certainly that temperature is going in the right direction to hopefully make travel a little bit safer today. Well, we're at 40 degrees. Wes Royce has local news next.
U.S. Bank.
Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Check out the great deals at Gilly Hyde Auto Group in Glasgow.
Stretch your hard-earned tax refund further during Gilly Hyde's Tax Time Sale-a-thon. Save big on over 450 pre-owned vehicles, starting at $2,500 up to like new 2018 models. Plus, we have over 100 vehicles priced below $9,900. We work with over 20 lenders to get you the vehicle you need and deserve, no matter your credit situation.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
Investing in securities involves risks. For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting. This Thursday morning, Kentucky State Police Post 15 were contacted by the Greene County Sheriff's Office requesting assistance with an investigation on Bill Jones Road, about 7 miles southwest of Greensburg. Upon arrival, units from Post 15 located 3 victims: 59-year-old James London, his wife, 59-year-old Carolyn London, and their 40-year-old son, Jasper London, all of Greensburg, dead inside the residence. The victims died of an apparent gunshot wound and were pronounced deceased at the scene by Greene County Coroner Carol Ray. At this time, it is being investigated as a murder-suicide case. Autopsies are scheduled to be performed on all 3 victims at the State Medical Examiner's Office in Louisville. The detective, B.J. Burton, is leading this investigation. A Glasgow police officer noticed a black Jeep driving from a field that was between the apartments and the shopping center on Park Avenue Wednesday night. Police made contact with Cole Edward Forbes, age 21, of Glasgow, and noticed a bottle of liquor in the floorboard after the subject appeared to be intoxicated. Marijuana and a pipe were also found in the console of the vehicle. Forbes was arrested and charged with DUI, possession of marijuana, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Another subject, Gage Martin, was also present. Martin said he had been driving and doing donuts in the field, but that the drugs were not his. After a fingerprint analysis, a Glasgow man was arrested for burglary and other charges from a home on Tally Road. The homeowner, Dennis Terry, was asked if he knew a James Tyler Bray. Terry said he did not. Bray said he didn't know anyone with that last name either and denied being inside the home where he allegedly stole several items, including some from inside a fire safe. Documents inside the safe had been placed on the floor during the burglary, according to the homeowner. James Tyler Bray met with the Barron County Sheriff's Office and was charged with burglary second degree, theft by unlawful taking $500 or more but less than $10,000, and criminal mischief. A Glasgow woman was arrested at Walmart Monday after trying to steal hamburger meat, 2 roasts, and other items she tucked in her coat. Loss Prevention made contact with the subject, Joy Roach, age 30, of Glasgow. When police arrived, Roach told officers she was waiting for her mother to come and pay for the items. Glasgow police stated in that citation that her mother was not even present or on the property. She was arrested and charged with theft by unlawful taking under $500 and lodged in the Barron County Jail. Cave City police officer Paul Reynolds arrested 57-year-old David Hall of Horse Cave Wednesday night. Officer Reynolds observed Hall on Broadway Street driving in a careless manner. Officer Reynolds made a traffic stop on Hall, and after a brief investigation, he was arrested and charged with careless driving and operating a motor vehicle under the influence of alcohol. Hall was lodged in the Barron County Jail. Glasgow police have arrested a man after being called to a domestic dispute on Trista Lane Sunday. Officers heard a loud argument from outside the house, but were initially denied entry. Once officers were inside the house, they attempted to remove a knife from the side of Clayton Colby Button, age 28, of Glasgow. He resisted and tried to kick one of the officers. Brass knuckles were also located in Button's back pocket. Button was arrested and charged with resisting arrest, assault 4th degree, and carrying a concealed deadly weapon. For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting. More after this. It's 6:16 and 40 degrees.
I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
And more local news at this hour, as the new executive director of the Friends of Mammoth Cave National Park, Rick DuBose, is already friend-raising and fundraising, meeting with area businesses and encouraging new members. He says, "I'm honored to have the opportunity to lead the Friends of Mammoth Cave as its executive director. Mammoth Cave National Park is both a local and national treasure. I look forward to working with park staff to help protect park resources and draw people to experience its wonder." DuBose came to the Friends of Mammoth Cave as a recent Western Kentucky University retiree, where he worked in fundraising and alumni affairs for nearly 19 years. The mission of FOMC, a 501c3 organization, is to foster educational programs and research, support multi-generational visitor experiences, and promote fitness and recreational opportunities available at the park. Last year, the Friends raised $66,000. The Kentucky Public Service Commission will hold public meetings in Louisville and Lexington to present information and receive comments on the requests for rate increases by the Kentucky Utilities Company and Louisville Gas and Electric. The meetings are scheduled for Louisville on Thursday, February 21st at 5:30 p.m. at the Jefferson Community and Technical College, and in Lexington on Tuesday, February 26th at 5:30 p.m. at the Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Both LG&E and KU are subsidiaries of the PPL Corp. Kentucky Utilities has about 523,000 electric customers in 77 counties across Kentucky. Louisville Gas and Electric has about 411,000 electric customers in 9 counties in the Louisville area and 326,000 natural gas customers in 17 counties. Kentucky Utilities has proposed to increase its electric rates across all classes of customers in order to generate an additional $112 million in revenue per year. That's an increase of about 6.9%. LG&E has proposed to increase its electric rate across all classes of customers in order to generate an additional $35 million in revenue per year, an increase of about 3.1%. In their applications to adjust rates, KU and LG&E state that the increases are needed to reflect increased operating costs, including investments made to improve reliability and safety. The companies also cite the need to maintain the rate of return for their shareholders and investors. For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce. More from around the Commonwealth. Here's KNN News.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chatman. Kentucky's Attorney General says a bill moving through the legislature to outlaw abortions after the detection of a fetal heartbeat is unconstitutional. Andy Beshear said Kentucky would be sued if lawmakers passed the bill and they would lose, resulting in hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal fees. Bill sponsor Senator Matt Castlin said every piece of legislation is subject to lawsuits, adding he will continue to fight, quote, for the rights of the unborn. A quick-thinking DMV employee leads to the arrest of a wanted Louisville armored truck driver.
I had a feeling that he was gonna be wanted for something.
Weathersfield police officer Justin Hilchuk arrested 29-year-old Mark Espinoza after he allegedly tried using forged documents at a DMV to get a Connecticut driver's license.
He gave a lot of good answers. He lied pretty well, but there was just a few things that just didn't make sense that, you know, you get that gut feeling as a cop.
Espinoza is accused of stealing money from an armored truck in Louisville before fleeing to Connecticut. I'm Haley Hansen.
The Davies County Clerk's Office is preparing for a recount in the 13th District. More than 20 people will be counting over 13,000 ballots Saturday. Republican incumbent DJ Johnson asked for the recount after losing his state House seat to Democrat Jim Glenn by 1 vote. A fire at a Kentucky home was caused by improper use of a propane torpedo heater in a confined space. No one was injured in the Thursday night Lexington fire. Battalion Chief Mark Bromlich tells WKYT the victim told police he was using the heater in the crawl space to try to thaw some frozen pipes.
It's not really a good idea to be using that high a temperature in a small crawl space, especially when you've got older materials, for insulation.
Instead, you can try an electric heating pad, hair dryer, or towels soaked in hot water to thaw pipes. I'm Jaleesa Chatman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
For a powerful tractor that's still small enough for residential work, try the Kubota BX Series, the nation's top-selling subcompact tractor from the inventor of the subcompact tractor. Find a dealer at gokubota.com.
Hey, you don't walk blindfolded across streets during rush hour, juggle flaming axes, or tease hungry grizzly bears. Those things could kill you. So why keep using tobacco? Because quitting tobacco is hard. But here's some good news. You don't have to do it alone. Quit Now Kentucky is with you every step of the way. For free help quitting, text QUIT KY to 797979 or go to quitnowkentucky.org and stay away from hungry grizzly bears.
At Kubota, we believe a utility vehicle should do more than take you places. That's why our all-new Sidekick is built to do it all. Cross over to more with the all-new Kubota Sidekick. Head into your local Kubota dealership to test drive one today. Find your local Kubota dealer at Go.
Let's play a little word association.
Okay.
When I say office supplies, you think of?
Express One Source.
Okay. When I say corrugated boxes for shipping materials and products, you think?
Express One Source.
How about bubble wrap, foam, stretch film, and tape?
Express One Source.
Okay, then janitorial supplies?
Express One Source.
Office furniture.
I know. Express One Source.
We get all this stuff from Express One Source? How did I not know?
Because they have sales representatives who call on us and they provide just-in-time delivery.
Wow. Where do they stock all this stuff?
They have a retail location next to the Glasgow EPB and 250,000 square feet of storage space in 4 local warehouses.
So for all this, we have one source.
Express One Source. Check them out at www.expressonesource.com.
Express One Source. We live up to our name every day. www.expressonesource.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local, family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Extreme Prosthetics.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David, Jerry, and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
This is WCLU Local News. It is 40 degrees at 6:24. In area funeral announcements this hour, David Taylor, age 85, of Cub Run, died Thursday at the Medical Center of Bowling Green. At this hour, arrangements for David Taylor are incomplete, but under the direction of the Seagull Funeral Home. William Temple Dickinson, age 62, of Glasgow, passed away suddenly Tuesday at the T.J. Sampson Community Hospital. Born in Glasgow, he was the son of the late Dr. Lewis Dickinson and Selma Goodman Dickinson. While dedicating himself to the many facets of his life, Temple has maintained his lifelong interest in theater and service to others. He was an Eagle Scout and a 1974 graduate of Glasgow High School, where he was also a member of the Glasgow Scouting Band. He went on to graduate from Transylvania University in 1978 and Harvard Law School in 1984, where he was also deeply involved in the Harvard Drama Society. After graduation, he joined a private law firm in Boston, where he specialized in white-collar crime defense, and then later moved to the Brooklyn District Attorney's Office. After returning to Glasgow, Temple was highly involved in the community affairs while maintaining his law practice. He was a member of the Kiwanis and Rotary Clubs. He helped initiate the beginning of the local soup kitchen, and he was a dedicated member of the Far Off Broadway Players, both acting and directing productions. He had served as the Chief of Staff to the Majority Whip of Kentucky's House of Representatives and was presently serving as a Master Commissioner for Barron County. Temple was a lifelong member of the First Christian Church Disciples of Christ, where he also served as an elder and Sunday school teacher. Survivors include his wife, Jan Marie Wusto Dickinson, his son, Benjamin Temple Dickinson, two brothers, Dr. L.G. Dickinson and wife Sherry, and Jake Dickinson and wife Pat, one sister, Jean Dickinson and wife one sister, Jean Dickinson and Jean Dickinson White, and husband John. 5 nieces and nephews, Jefferson Dickinson, Kathy Glass, John Martin Dickinson, Paul White, and Lucy White Carlson. Funeral services for William Temple Dickinson will be on Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. at the First Christian Church, with burial to be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Visitation will be after 3 o'clock on Saturday and continue until 8 p.m. on Saturday at the Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home, and then after 1 p.m. Sunday at the church. Alternate expressions of sympathy can take the form of donations to the Ralph Bunch Community Soup Kitchen or to the Glasgow Rotary Scout Foundation. James Richard Geralds, age 67, of Tompkinsville, died Wednesday at his residence. He was a cook and a carpenter. He is survived by his wife, Nancy Hagan Geralds, 2 daughters, Jennifer Geralds of Indianapolis and Jessica Geralds of Tompkinsville, 3 sons, James Christopher Geralds, Jody and Jackie Geralds, all of Indianapolis, stepson, Jamie Jones of Tompkinsville, a sister, Elonis Maxwell of Indianapolis. 21 grandchildren and 3 great-grandchildren also survive. Service for James Richard Geralds will be at 2 o'clock on Saturday at Yoakley Tribble Funeral Home, with burial to follow in the Harlan's Crossroads Cemetery. Visitation will be held Saturday from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Donations are requested to help with funeral expenses. Owen Wayne Campbell, age 75, of Brownsville, died Wednesday. He retired from DESA as a material handler and was a member of the Oak Grove United Baptist Church. He is survived by his wife and best friend, Janie Hogan Campbell, 1 son, Tracy Campbell of Nicholasville, a daughter, Felicia Graham of Pig, 2 sisters, Ethel Campbell and Janetta Cowles, both of Louisville, 1 brother, Danny Campbell of Brownsville. Several grandchildren and great-grandchildren survive as well. Funeral services for Owen Wayne Campbell will be Sunday at 2 at the Oak Grove Baptist Church, interments to be in the Oak Grove Church Cemetery. Visitation begins today at 4 p.m. at the Patton Funeral Home in Brownsville. Memorial contributions can be made to the Alzheimer's Association of Louisville. James Harold Bird, 78, of Knob Lick, died Wednesday at T.J. Sampson Community Hospital. He was a retired farmer. Survivors include 5 children, Eddie Dean Eastep, Brenda Elizabeth Horton, James Travis Bird, Pamela McHuston, and Mark Edward Bird, 6 grandchildren, Kim, Kelly, and Joshua Taylor, Chastity and Nikita Houchins, and Trevor Bird, 2 brothers, Bud Bird and Tommy Bird, 4 sisters, Emma Ballard, Mary Ballard, Ann Honeycutt, and Alveda Jesse. Several great-grandchildren, nieces, and nephews survive. Service for James Harold Bird will be at 1 o'clock on Saturday afternoon at the Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home, burial in the Heistville Cemetery. Visitation begins at 8 o'clock Saturday morning. Lieutenant Colonel Clyde C. Harwood, Jr., 88, of Holland, died Tuesday at his residence. He served in the United States Air Force for 22 years and retired as a lieutenant colonel. After retirement, he worked for GE, the City of Scottsville, and the YMCA of Scottsville, Allen County. He was involved in the Holland Lions Club and loved going around the community to sell annual fish fry tickets. He was a faithful member of the Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church, where he served as a deacon. He also held numerous positions in the church over the years, such as treasurer, clerk, Sunday school teacher, and the cemetery treasurer. He is survived by his wife, Sunell Harwood, a son, Trey Harwood, and wife, Brandy of Holland, 5 daughters, Laura Harwood, Karen Harwood Taylor, Mary Bess Pettigo Scott, and husband J.R., Rebecca Gardner and husband Jimmy Neal, all of Scottsville, and Annelle Becker and husband David of Bowling Green, 1 brother, James Cecil Harwood of Bowling Green, and a sister-in-law, Barbara Harwood of Scottsville, along with 9 grandchildren and 6 great-grandchildren. Service for Lieutenant Colonel Clyde C. Harwood, Jr. will be Saturday at 1 at the Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church, with burial to follow in the Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church Cemetery. Visitation will be from noon until 8 today and from 7:30 until 10 on Saturday at the Harwood and Strode Funeral Home in Scottsville. Visitation will resume Saturday from 11 o'clock until time for service at the church. Memorial suggested to the Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church Cemetery Fund and can be made at the funeral home. Charity Holland Tomlin, age 90, died Tuesday at her home. Charity was a homemaker and of the Baptist faith, and she is survived by 3 daughters, Sharon Elder of Indianapolis, Pam Gibson of Edmonton, and Cheryl Boulding of Tennessee, 1 sister, Pauline Sewell of Ohio. Several grandchildren and great-grandchildren also survive. Services for Charity Holland Tomlin will be at 11 o'clock on Saturday morning at the Butler Funeral Home in Edmonton. Burial to be in the Gibson Cemetery. Visitation from 5 until 8 tonight and after 9 on Saturday. Funeral services for Thelma Lois Shaw Capshaw Wright, age 87, of Marrowbone, will be at 2 o'clock today at the Pleasant Hill Church of Christ in Monroe County, with burial to follow in the Pleasant Hill Cemetery. Funeral services for Dr. James Richardson Sam Comer Sr., age 77, of Tompkinsville, will be today at 1 o'clock at Strode Funeral Home, with burial to follow in the Monroe County Memorial Lawn. Military rites provided by DAV Chapter 20 of Glasgow at the graveside. Services for Junior Parsley, 89, of Rhoda, will be today at 11 o'clock at the Beaver Dam United Baptist Church, and interments to be in the church cemetery, with the Patton Funeral Home in charge. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day free online at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
Extreme Prosthetics understands that when it comes to comfort and function, not all prosthetic devices are made the same. A properly fitted prosthesis can allow you to walk naturally without daily pain and discomfort. Extreme Prosthetics works with your physician and insurance company to help you get the comfort and function you deserve. Don't let your current discomfort and lack of mobility discourage you. Call the experts at Extreme Prosthetics today for a better, more comfortable life.
It's 6:33, 40 degrees. We're going to check in with Ray Stajic here just in a second and get a handle on where we're going for the next several days, and it is an improvement. Let's turn to local sports. High school basketball last night. Some good basketball in the action, in the area, I should say. In boys action, Caverna down Cumberland County, 86-80. Wait, hold on. Let me back up on that. I'm reading everything backward this morning. In boys action last night, Cumberland County down Caverna 87-86 in a squeaker. It was the Barron County Trojanettes falling to Casey County 67-60, and it was Caverna's girls over Cumberland County 59-40. High school basketball tonight in girls action. Barron County travels to Hart County. Cumberland County visits Butler County, and Bowling Green goes to Hancock County. Boys games, Clinton County's on the road at Madison Southern. Russell County travels to Jackson County, and Bowling Green goes to John Hardin. In girl-boy doubleheaders, Caverna hosts Metcalfe County. Monroe County plays at Allen County Scottsville. Edmonson County goes to Grayson County. Warren East entertains Warren Central. South Warren is at home against Greenwood. Franklin Simpson welcomes Russellville, and Logan County hosts Clarksville, Northeast Tennessee. And, of course, our high school scoreboard show will be on the air tonight at 9 o'clock as we look at scores all throughout the state of Kentucky. That's a check of local sports.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. and I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Check out the great deals at Gilly-Hyde Auto Group in Glasgow.
Stretch your hard-earned tax refund further during Gilly-Hyde's Tax Time Sale-a-thon. Save big on over 450 pre-owned vehicles, starting at $2,500 up to like new 2018 models. Plus, we have over 100 vehicles priced below $9,900. We work with over 20 lenders to get you the vehicle you need and deserve, no matter your credit situation.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local healthcare provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
Hi, I'm
In Glasgow.
All right, we got birthdays coming in left and right. We're going to share them here just in a second, but we got to point you in the right direction weather-wise today. And Ray Stajic, our staff meteorologist from the Weather Channel, sums it up pretty good.
Right on the edge, and that edge is where we are seeing some light frozen precipitation and some light unfrozen precipitation. So we've gone and gotten the right thing done here with winter weather advisories for many of the northern counties. Most of us should see mainly raindrops, but heads up, there could be a little bit of sleet or freezing rain mixing in. All right, doesn't look like it's going to be all that heavy, but as you travel north, better chance of seeing maybe some slick travel. So know your road conditions, know your temperatures, and you should be in decent shape as this system quickly moves on through. We get through this morning, and we're in good shape. Precip ends 42 this afternoon. Areas of patchy fog tonight, 33. Fog early tomorrow with clouds, then becoming mostly sunny, 55. Plenty of sunshine on Sunday, low 60s. And that's not even the mildest we'll get over the next 7 days. Mid-60s Monday, afternoon rain showers. Tuesday, low 60s and mostly cloudy. Chance of rain Wednesday and Thursday. Mid-60s Wednesday, mid-50s on Thursday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, a Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. We looking at the constant coverage in studio radar screen, see light rain shower activity kind of dotting the landscape here in southern Kentucky. Maybe a few little flakes of snow a little northeast of here, but we've only gotten about 2/100ths of an inch of precipitation, and it's been in the way of liquid precipitation so far. Let's see, the barometer's at 3019. The humidity is at 76%, and the wind's out of the southeast at 4 miles an hour. 40 degrees, WCLU.
A new year can often bring new challenges, but not when it comes to buying a vehicle.
We got this gong over here hanging out for you. And it's a big 60 gong for Denise Stonewall it is. Denise Stonewall today. Jason Russell's 45, Greg McCorkle's 41, Miss Katie Hurt, Mr. Josh Davis, Spencer Kidd, Scott Jones, Sheila Spillman, Jamie Tracy, Danny Harden, and Amanda Ballard. And it's the golden wedding anniversary, a big one for the very nice couple, Larry and Sue Jewell today. Now on Saturday, we know that Josie Gossett is going to turn 2. Braden Ellis is going to have a birthday. Gerald Moss, Sue Kilburn, Erica Wilson, Bob Tyree, Bain Million. We also have Victor Nelson and Steve Morrison having birthdays on Saturday, February the 2nd. And then on Sunday the 3rd, we have Paige Squires, Catherine Farrell, Sheila Foster. It's also Ashley Bull Young, Bobby Sue Holmes, Andy Wells, Pam Jones, Greg Taylor, and let's see, Sonia Knuckles has a birthday on the 3rd, and Molly Taylor has a birthday on the 3rd, too. What about that? We're into the weekend. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online, it's a simple click right here at WCLUradio.com. Coming right back, we're going to slip into the archives.
The new Hardee's is now open in Glasgow. Normally, when someone moves into the neighborhood, you welcome them, preferably with biscuits. But we already make biscuits from scratch, hand-breaded chicken tenders, and 100% Angus beef thick burgers. So don't you go welcoming us. We can welcome ourselves and shake our own hands. But that doesn't mean if you visit us, we won't welcome you. And welcoming you with welcome biscuits is all we need to welcome ourselves. Got it? Good. Welcome to the neighborhood. Us. Next to Glasgow High School on Columbia Avenue. Hardee's, because it tastes better. Now open.
Everyone knows you have to winterize your boat, but too often we forget our cars. Glasgow Tire and Auto Center wants to make winterizing your cars top of mind. Stop into Glasgow Tire and Auto Center and let their professionals suggest what's best for your specific vehicle. Also, check out the showroom. When you need tires, Glasgow Tire and Auto Center has brands like Michelin, BF Goodrich, Uniroyal, and more, with some great rebates and incentives to get you back on the road. Visit GlasgowTire.com for more details. That's Glasgow Tire and Auto Center, 602 Happy Valley Road, 270-651-7075.
40 degrees, WCLU. Let me get the archive theme song going here. Let's make it official. We turn the page on another wonderful month and get February started off on the right foot here in WCLU with some history from the archives. Just kind of discussing the way we were and how we got here. And we're going to have Sam Terry, local historian, join us for this broadcast of the archives right after we hear from our sponsors, Joseph A. Wade, Industrial Hardware Services, as well as Amedisys Home Health.
15,000 inventory items, custom brake hoses while you wait, cylinder repair. Is there anything Joseph A. Wade can't do? Well, one thing's for sure, Joseph A. Wade Incorporated serves a large community of people who believe there's no job they can't do, and that's the same attitude Joseph A. Wade has in their line of work. So for the smallest screws, Allen wrenches, or drill bits, or even a 5-stage hydraulic cylinder measuring 25 feet in length, Joseph A. Wade's motto, no problem. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, 311 Industrial Drive, Glasgow.
Hello, I'm Stephanie Bewley with Amedisys Home Health Care. Here at Amedisys Home Health, we know it is important to you and your family to trust the healthcare professionals that you invite into your home. And we want you to know that you have a choice. If your doctor talks to you and your loved ones about home health, ask for Amedisys. We are a group of compassionate professionals who deliver the best care to our patients in their homes. With Amedisys, expect quality, patient-focused care you need and deserve. Amedisys Home Health with a hometown touch. For more information, call 270-651-7640.
Yeah, it's always good to get together here and talk with Sam Terry in the morning. And I'm thinking that this cold snap, getting 2 digits back on the thermometer, is an improvement for all of us, you think?
I think so.
We get out and enjoy and move around a little bit right here. And kind of we can look and see what our forefathers might have done in getting back out into things, too. Because 100 years ago, it was still cold. This was the day in 1919 the Glasgow Republican led with this story. The big headline here, Big Land Deal. You know, that sells papers. Mr. J.W. Henderson of the Finney country has sold his farm of 700 acres, of which 500 is river bottom, to Messrs. T.J. Sampson, Stanley Warder, and Lucian Depp of this place, and J.J. Knuckles of Out Route 4. I like that address. Where are you from, Out Route 4? The trade included not only the land, but the stock, the farm tools, and the feed. Here's the actual price that he paid for this, or they paid for this. $57,500 for the whole thing.
Wow.
And all the tools and the feed, too. That was a big land deal, all right, 1919.
It was, and there's a little bit of a rest of the story about that land.
Well, let's hear it there, Sam.
T.J. Sampson ended up with that land, and there is some correspondence from the 1930s from T.J. Sampson to President Roosevelt, suggesting that he had a fine farm on the Barron River in Barron County, Kentucky, that would make a great location for an electrical power plant.
Wow.
Instead, we now know that as TVA. Can you imagine if we had TVA in our backyard here?
That would be something else, wouldn't it? And all because of a big land deal that started off in 1919. But, with all things I've read about T.J. Sampson, he was always thinking ahead for what the next turn in the curve might be.
He was. I don't think there were probably too many rural folks thinking about electrical power plants at that point.
No,
but he was on top of it.
Yeah. Well, that's a neat. I like that rest of the story there because you can kind of see how it all started. This day in 1929, this is a disturbing headline. Mr. Kyle Taylor has a fine bird dog killed. Some unknown person ran over and killed a valuable dog belonging to Mr. Kyle Taylor last Sunday. Mr. Taylor has offered a $100 reward for the dog, but valued the animal at much more. It's a $100 reward. It says the wanton practice of motorists running over dogs, chickens, and such should be curbed in some way. I don't know a very good way to curb that, but nonetheless, it was a big loss for Mr. Kyle Taylor losing his bird dog there, Sam, in 1929. 1939, we have a headline here where Metcalfe County launches a boom for a favorite son governor. Listen to this. The name of Dr. Paul S. York of this city is brought forward as a possible candidate for the Republican nomination for governor in a recent issue of the News-Herald of Edmonton, and needless to say, the doctor would prove to be an especially formidable candidate in this section of the state, where his personality and force have proven themselves on various occasions. And there be many less capable to seek the office, too. I like the way of saying that, That is, from a journalism standpoint, that's a pleasant way to tell the truth. There will be many less capable to seek the office. The editor of the News-Herald ended his special appeal by saying that Republicans in every section should single out Dr. York and ask him to make the race. Every person interested in the welfare of Kentucky government rallying with him in a battle which should send him to the governor's mansion in Frankfort. Surely you've thought about that, Sam.
It would be quite an amazing story if that had come to pass.
Yes.
And of course, we know that Dr. York Sr. lived in Glasgow, out on the North Jackson, and his son, by the same name, still lives in that home. And of course, they had daughters Martha, and Mary Elizabeth, and son Sam. A great family who has been very involved in Republican politics as well as Glasgow and Barron County.
I wonder how close he was to really considering it, or whether it was just sort of a long shot from the newspaper.
Would be interesting to research that.
Yeah, it would be. We'll have to ask some of the folks at some of those names you mentioned there. All right, 1949. This was some more T.J. Sampson news here. 1949, the T.J. Sampson Community Hospital this day was awarded full approval by the American College of Surgeons for the year of 1948. The Glasgow Hospital was listed among those institutions approved as a cancer hospital, a cancer clinic, cancer diagnostic clinics or institutions in which departments are conducting cancer clinics. Capacity of the institution at present is 87 beds and 16 bassinets. A campaign is underway to construct an additional part of the hospital that will double the number of available beds and bassinets. 1949. Interesting how they single out the bassinets there when they were doing a survey. But nonetheless, progress. 1959, Mrs. Ethel F. Fant, the county court clerk, announces that she has filed as a candidate for the Democrat Party for the office of clerk of the Barron County Clerk to fill the unexpired term created by the death of her husband, Robert S. Fant. Mrs. Fant has been serving as the clerk by appointment to the office since December the 9th of 1957. She is the mother of 3 children and lives on South Green Street, and she is a member of the Glasgow Church of Christ. So that's one of those deals where the spouse would step in and do an excellent job after her husband died there in 59.
And we know that she was indeed elected and served for a number of years.
That's right. 1969, story in the Glasgow Republican. Sad story, Mr. William J. Bill Berry, Jr. was killed Friday when the truck that he was driving overturned on North 31E about 8 miles from Glasgow and burned. A really good family, left a lot of folks, I'm sure, missing him quite a bit, but who've all gone on to do well in 1969.
That was a tremendous tragedy, and I remember that event. And a great family who has certainly been involved in everything in Barron County, just about.
That's right, a travesty indeed. 1979, there was an advertisement in the Glasgow Daily Times from Preston Ropp Incorporated. A Chevy Chevette, the best-selling small car in America for 1978. A 2-door hatchback coupe. You can get the whole thing for $3,825. Or for $100 more, you can get the 4-door hatchback sedan, $39.45. You remember those Chevettes, don't you? There's still some on the road, I think.
There may be a few out there.
Yeah.
But it's amazing to think of buying a car new for that kind of money today.
Yes, you can kind of see how the cost of things rises pretty much across the board throughout history. We had some area servicemen listed this day in the Glasgow Daily Times. In 1989, Edward L. Glover, Thaddeus J. Corbell, Jr., Kevin Barton Britt, and John Richard Alexander. Thanking you for your service there in 1989. It's just good to let the hometown folks know who is making the sacrifice. 1999, there was a planning meeting set for DOGS, which is the Drug Awareness in Glasgow Schools Night Out, the annual drug and alcohol-free event for after-prom celebration at Glasgow High School. It's very unique and sort of a groundbreaking initiative there to have this DOGS get together, where they came up with lots of neat things, lots of incentives to hang around at the prom and to be safe about it. And finally, this story in 2009, deja vu, is it? Freezing rain this day in 2009 left thousands without power and water in the area. Who wants to hear about that?
Well, exactly. And the last couple of days we've had news stories about that winter storm. And as I recall, we had an emergency shelter opened in Glasgow for a period of time, and it was kind of a rough time for some folks.
It was indeed. And there's just no way, sometimes there's no way to prevent it, really, and there's no way to keep it from being rough. But we learn new ways to prepare, I think, every time that happens. We just don't really want to practice it very often, do you think? At least that's my opinion, Sam.
Yes.
And with that being said, going to halt the brakes on the first day of archives for the month of February with a stellar preview of how it's going to be. And I thank you for joining us, and I look forward to learning lots more things, the rest of the story, if you will, from Sam Terry, well-known historian and man about town, as they say. Who was that used to be a man about town? Was it the Shadow in real life was just a man about town?
I believe you're correct.
The old radio show. Anyway, how do we get to that? We got to get on to other things like the weather. But thanks, Sam. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. You too. See you Monday.
Bye-bye. And thanks a lot to our sponsors, Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services and Amedisys Home Health.
Whoever walks with the wise becomes wise, but the companion of fools will suffer harm. Proverbs 13, verse 20. It often amazes me at how little thought the average person gives to who they allow to influence themselves. Who are you hanging around with? Who are your friends? What are they causing you to think and do? Who we choose to follow will determine who we become. Remember, we take on the attributes of the people we spend the most time with. Thus Jesus said to his disciples, "If anyone desires to come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me." It's Matthew 16:24. If we want to be great in God's eyes, we've got to follow great people, and certainly that begins by following Jesus the Christ. This is Bart for South Green Street.
It's a super simple way to save when you take advantage of the Early Bird Hibachi Special at Shogun Bistro of Glasgow. Every afternoon from 2 until 5, you can enjoy steak and chicken, or steak and shrimp, or chicken and shrimp for just $15 each. So many ways to take advantage of this Early Bird Special, from family outings to office meetings to just getting ahead of the crowd. The Early Bird Hibachi Special, steak and chicken, steak and shrimp, or chicken and shrimp, just $15 each from 2 till 5 at Shogun Bistro.
Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50+ years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Who will be the future?
814-1068.
Well, today we're patting on the back by a special request. Let me get my paperwork over here so that I make sure I get all of this correct here. I'm shuffling a lot of papers here today, which is common, but it's Judy Glass Day on the radio. If you happen to see Judy Glass around town today, we would really be tickled if you would pat her on the back and tell her she's good as gold from WCLU and a little taste of Texas.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by South Central Bank.
South Central Bank is your first choice for banking solutions. Want to know more? Just listen to Owen Lambert at South Central Bank in Glasgow.
I've been involved in the financial services industry for 38 years. Our goal at South Central Bank, customer service and the customer's needs ahead of things, and we'll take as much time as it takes and spare no effort to make sure that we deliver on that kind of promise. And I think that sets us apart. What we do is we create unique, custom-made customer solutions where no two have to be exactly the same. We want unique experiences. We want every customer to feel special, to feel wanted, and more than anything, to feel valuable.
South Central Bank with 29 convenient locations. Find them online at southcentralbank.com.
South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Most of us should see mainly raindrops, but heads up, there could be a little bit of sleet or freezing rain mixing in. 42 this afternoon. Areas of patchy fog tonight, 33. Fog early tomorrow with clouds, then becoming mostly sunny, 55. Plenty of sunshine on Sunday, low 60s. Mid-60s Monday. Afternoon rain showers. Tuesday, low 60s and mostly cloudy. Chance of rain Wednesday and Thursday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, a Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Let's see. Let me look at the temperature. It's 40 degrees. The winds that we have are out of the southeast at 4 miles an hour, 76% humidity. We have 2/100ths of an inch of rain. And like I say, 40 degrees. That is an improvement. And this weather update brought to you by South Central Bank. Still ahead, we're playing Friday Trivia.
You dream of...
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lesenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lesenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lesenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lesenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Extreme Prosthetics understands that when it comes to comfort and function, not all prosthetic devices are made the same. A properly fitted prosthesis can allow you to walk naturally without daily pain and discomfort. Extreme Prosthetics works with your physician and insurance company to help you get the comfort and function you deserve. Don't let your current discomfort and lack of mobility discourage you. Call the experts at Extreme Prosthetics today for a better, more comfortable life.
Let me ask you something. What do you see when you look at your home and your car? Do you see a bundle, a combo deal? That's how other insurance companies see them. But a State Farm agent sees so much more, because a State Farm agent sees your home and your car as more than just four walls and four wheels. They see the things you've worked really hard for. So why not give them the protection they deserve? Call State Farm agent Mike Bryant in Glasgow at 270-651-3608.
Let me get some caught up here on some birthdays. I got a 60 gong to sound for Saturday. We're going to wake him up, okay? It is the 60th birthday tomorrow for Kenny Bowles. That's right. Kenny is going to be 60 tomorrow. We also need to add to today's list Miss Vicki Heineman. And we need to add an anniversary to Dale and Janet Bewley for today. We are up to date and we are ready to move forward. Give away a pizza. That's right. It's Friday. Local trivia. Little Caesars Pizza is good any day of the week, and today could be your day. The first day of February, you know, people can win trivia one time per family per month, so you would know that the slate is clean. So let's come right back with local trivia right after this from our sponsors.
We want pretzel crust! We want pretzel crust fans, rejoice because it's back by popular demand. Little Caesars large, soft pretzel crust pizza featuring a creamy cheddar cheese sauce, pepperoni, and a 4-cheese blend surrounded by a delicious salted soft pretzel crust for just $6. Hot and ready every day between 4 and 8 and only $6 from the home of pretzel crust pizza, Little Caesars.
Pizza at participating locations plus tax.
Friday local trivia. I do enjoy it when we have a lot of folks who are really interested in trivia and interested in other things, and I've got a really good question today. We've got to give Tommy Jackson credit for this because he's done a bunch of research on this, and I think you'll enjoy this local trivia question for today. Here's the simple question. You know, the 4-star generals are hard to come by. There's only been like 200, and let me get my notes over here, 237 4-star generals in history in the Army, 218 in the Air Force. 3 of them were natives of southern Kentucky. Name those 3 4-star generals from southern Kentucky. 651-9149 or 800-956-1023. Trivia.
Russell Doherty was one of them, and I don't know the other 2.
Okay, well, I'll confirm that is correct. So keep working on the other 2. Trivia.
Was it Jack King?
No, it's not right. I'm looking for 3 people's names. We've already gotten Russell Doherty, but there were 3 4-star generals born in southern Kentucky. Can you name the 3 generals? 651-9149, 800-956-1023. One of them a native of Hart County, and one of them a native of Christian County. So that's right. In history, U.S. history, 3 4-star generals from southern Kentucky out of a very small number of folks in the military who achieved the tremendous rank of 4-star general. Trivia.
Keene, Campbell, and Petraeus.
No, it's not right. What do you think? Military history. It serves us to keep up with these things because you know, of course, if you're fascinated with military, the past and the present, it's really wonderful to research the influence that folks from all over the world, all over the country, have had on our military. Well, really all over the world. We had one answer there, Russell Daugherty. He goes in, so that means we really only lack two more from Southern Kentucky that are 4-star generals. Only 3 from Southern Kentucky, but they've all 3 made us proud. Do you know? I can tell you that that one of them that I'm looking for was a native of Hart County, and one a native of Christian County. Of course, Russell Daugherty, native of Barron County. So, can you think that one through there? 651-9149-800-956-1023 trivia.
General Hamlet, Christian County. General Buckner, Hart County.
Well, that's part of it, but that's not. That's only.
And then General Daugherty, of course, from Vasco.
Right. Well, we still need one more. That's one of them's not right. So keep working on it. All right.
Okay.
All right. So what we have here is we've got Russell Daugherty and Simon Bolivar Buckner Jr. from Hart County. There's one more general, 4-star general, native of Hopkinsville. And let's see, I can give you a little hint too. It was this guy is General Russell Daugherty's son-in-law, I understand. So we got a little. Yes, there is nepotism in the military. You just you have to go about it a different way. All right, trivia.
General Jones.
No, it's not right. Trivia.
Was Campbell the other one?
No, it's not right. General Russell Daugherty, General Simon Bolivar Buckner, and General Hume from Christian County. Trivia.
Hello?
Yes.
Is the one from Hopkinsville Joseph Ralston?
That is correct. And who is this speaking?
This is Tabitha.
Tabitha?
Yeah.
How you doing, Tabitha?
I'm tired.
Oh, you are? Well, first of all, tell me what your last name is, Tabitha.
It's Irwin.
Tabitha Irwin. Okay. Now, you helped us narrow this down, and so you have won a pizza. But do you keep up with military history?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, but you gave us the right answer there. The person from Hopkinsville, from Christian County, Joseph Ralston. Okay. Joseph is actually, I don't know whether he's retired or not, but let's see here. He was born in 1943, and he served as the vice chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. He served in the Vietnam War, and of course Russell Daugherty's record is just all over the place with honor, just like Simon Bolivar Buckner Jr.'s command. Actually, he was killed in Japan in World War II at the age of 58. And
wow.
Yeah, he was thinking when I was in, Tom Jackson has done a tremendous amount of work on this, and it was really interesting. You ought to ask him about it. Tell him more. But this General Buckner was the highest ranking officer killed in World War II. Now that's a terrible way to get famous, but it is true. He was a 4-star general, and I think he died in a missile attack in Okinawa. But nonetheless, Tabitha Irwin, you have racked up a pizza. You worked hard for it, though, from Little Caesars.
Thank you.
So come on by and get your coupon, and we will certainly hope that you enjoy the pizza, okay?
All right.
Thank you, Tabitha Irwin. Bye-bye. Thanks to Tommy Jackson for sharing all this good information. 3 4-star generals from Southern Kentucky: Russell Daugherty, Joseph Ralston, Simon Bolivar Buckner Jr. 3 men who served us well, among the many who served us well. And thanks to Little Caesars, and we're going to play on Monday.
CBS News Update. Is there a national emergency declaration in the works to pay for a border wall? President Trump tells the New York Times.
I've set the table, I've set the stage for doing what I'm going to do.
Mr. Trump won't confirm a planned move, but calls talks with Congress over wall funding a waste of time. CBS's Natalie Brand.
The president still insists on getting a down payment for the southern border wall, but House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says he won't.
There's not going to be any wall money in the legislation.
Though Speaker Pelosi has left the door open for fencing.
Is there a place where enhanced fencing, Normandy fencing would work? Let them have that discussion.
Pelosi says Congress would need to wrap up work on a bipartisan bill a week from today in order to have it to the president in time to avoid a second government shutdown by the February 15th deadline. CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Royce Radio Family. WCLU 1490 Glasgow. WCLU FM 102.3 Munfordville, Glasgow. And W276DO 103.1 Glasgow.
Insurance is all about families. That's true when you think about it. From insuring your home, your car, to the farm that provides for the family.
Or that family business that continues through generations. I'm Jared Pursley with Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Don't you mean ISU Pettigo Lessenberry?
Okay, Daniel, you always have to be right.
I'm Daniel Bird here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry, and what we're trying to say is that everything we do is for our families. So if you're looking for agents you can trust,
agents who know where you're coming from, then we'd be honored to serve you and your family's best interest.
Call us today at 270-651-8837.
Danny Duval wanted to get his teeth fixed, and he had a good sense about how to get it done.
I called 2 or 3 different doctors, and of course, I remember Dr. Thurman done that kind of work. And I knowed him back years ago when he worked for Dr. Hayes in Edmonton. I decided to go with him. It was an excellent decision, yes, real good decision, yes.
So Danny had a meet and greet with Dr. Thurman, and they came up with a plan.
He checked it all out and said it needed to be done, and we set up a date. And we done it. Wouldn't rush me or nothing, no pressure at all.
That's like so many of Dr. Thurman's patients who say there is no pressure about what to do or when, and there is no pain.
Really wasn't no pain at all. I had done like on a Friday and Monday I was back at work.
What was Danny Duval's biggest surprise? I think he liked smiling again.
Oh yeah, yeah, big time. And everybody said they really looked good.
Don't be intimidated or afraid to get a better bite. Call Dr. Jim Thurman at Glasgow Dental Care today at 270-651-5939.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
For WCLU Local News, I am Wes Royce. Yesterday morning, Kentucky State Police Post 15 was contacted by Greene County Sheriff's Office requesting assistance with an investigation on Bill Jones Road, approximately 12 miles southwest of Greensburg. Upon arrival, units from Post 15 located 3 victims, 59-year-old James London, his wife, 59-year-old Carolyn London, and their son, 40-year-old Jasper London, all of Greensburg, who were found deceased inside the residence. The victims died of an apparent gunshot wounds and were pronounced deceased at the scene by Greene County coroner. At this time, it's being investigated as a murder-suicide. Autopsies are scheduled to be performed on all 3 victims at the State Medical Examiner's office in Louisville. Detective B.J. Burton is leading this investigation. A Glasgow police officer noticed a black Jeep driving from a field that was between the apartments and the shopping center on Park Avenue Wednesday night. Police made contact with Cole Edward Forbes, age 21 of Glasgow, and noticed a bottle of liquor in the floorboard, and the subject appeared to be intoxicated. Marijuana and a pipe were also found in the console of the vehicle. Forbes was arrested and charged with DUI, possession of marijuana, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Another subject, Gage Martin, was also present. Martin said he had been driving and doing donuts in the field, but that the drugs were not his. After a fingerprint analysis, a Glasgow man was arrested for burglary and other charges from a home on Talley Road. The homeowner, Dennis Terry, was asked if he knew a James Tyler Bray. Terry said he did not. Bray said he didn't know anyone with that last name and denied being in the home where he allegedly stole several items, including some from inside a fire safe. Documents inside the safe had been placed on the floor during the burglary, according to the homeowner. James Tyler Bray met with the Barron County Sheriff's Office and was charged with burglary second degree, theft by unlawful taking $500 or more but less than $10,000, and criminal mischief. A Glasgow woman was arrested at Walmart Monday after trying to steal hamburger meat, 2 roasts, and other items she tucked in her coat. Loss prevention made contact with the subject, Joy Roach, age 30, of Glasgow. When police arrived, Roach told officers she was waiting for her mother to come and pay for the items. Glasgow police stated in the citation that her mother was not there. She was arrested and charged with theft by unlawful taking under $500 and lodged in the Barron County Jail. Cave City Police Officer Paul Reynolds arrested 57-year-old David Hall of Horse Cave Wednesday night. Officer Reynolds observed a Hall on the Broadway Street driving in a careless manner. Officer Reynolds made a traffic stop on Hall, and after a brief investigation, he was arrested, charged with careless driving and operating a motor vehicle under the influence of alcohol. Hall was lodged in the Barron County Jail. Glasgow police have arrested a man after being called to a domestic dispute on Trista Lane Sunday. Officers heard a loud argument from outside the house, but were initially denied entry. Once officers were inside the house, they attempted to remove a knife from the side of Clayton Colby Button, age 28, of Glasgow. He resisted and tried to kick one of the officers. Brass knuckles were also located in the Button's pack pocket. Button was arrested and charged with resisting arrest, assault 4th degree, and carrying a concealed deadly weapon. More local news when we continue here on WCLU.
Check out the great deals at Gilead Auto Group in Glasgow. Stretch your hard-earned tax refund further during Gilead's Tax Time Sale-a-thon. Save big on over 450 pre-owned vehicles, starting at $2,500 up to like new 2018 models. Plus, we have over 100 vehicles priced below $9,900. We work with over 20 lenders to get you the vehicle you need and deserve, no matter your credit situation. If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
Hi, I'm Fred.
And more local news at this hour. As the new executive director of the Friends of Mammoth Cave National Park, Rick DuBose, is already friend-raising and fundraising, meeting with area businesses and encouraging new members. He says, "I'm honored to have the opportunity to lead the Friends of Mammoth Cave as its director. Mammoth Cave National Park is both a local and national treasure. I look forward to working with park staff to help protect park resources and draw people to experience its wonder." DuBose comes to the Friends of a recent WKU retiree, where he worked in fundraising and alumni affairs for nearly 19 years. The mission of the FOMC, a 501c3 organization, is to foster educational programs and research, support multi-generational visitor experiences, and promote fitness and recreational opportunities available at the park. Last year, the Friends raised $66,000, and it was superintendent at the park, Barclay Trimble, making these comments. She says the Friends of Mammoth Cave have been a steadfast partner. They have helped plan operations, but are also responsive to park needs. And also during the government shutdown, the Friends set up an information table in front of the visitor center and staffed it on the weekends. They reached more than 600 visitors. And Barclay Trimble says the Friends of Mammoth Cave are really cave heroes. The Kentucky Public Service Commission will hold public meetings in Louisville and Lexington to present information and receive comments on the request for rate increases by Kentucky Utilities and Louisville Gas and Electric. The meetings are scheduled for Louisville Thursday, February 21st at 5:30 at the Jefferson Community and Technical College, and on Lexington Tuesday, February 26th at the Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Both LG&E and KU are subsidiaries of the PPL Corp. Kentucky Utilities has about 523,000 electric customers in 77 counties across Kentucky. Louisville Gas and Electric has about 411,000 customers in electricity and also 326,000 natural gas customers in 17 counties. Kentucky Utilities has proposed to increase its electric rates across classes of customers in all classes in order to generate about $112 million in revenue per year. LG&E has proposed to increase its electric rates across all classes of customers to generate an additional $35 million in revenue per year. In their applications to adjust rates, KU and LG&E state that increases are needed to reflect increased operating costs, including investments made to improve reliability and safety. The companies also cite the need to maintain the rate of return for their shareholders and investors. For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce. Up next, from around the Commonwealth, it's KNN News.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chatman. The Kentucky chapter of the Council on American Islamic Relations is condemning the vandalism of a Hindu temple in Louisville. In a statement Thursday, CARE Kentucky said it stands in solidarity with the Kentucky Hindu community against the act of religious bigotry. Earlier this week, vandals broke into the Swaminarayan temple, spray painting hateful messages. 3 state lawmakers are suing a woman after signing a confidential settlement with her for sexual harassment.
Representatives Jeff Hoover, Jim DeCesare, and Michael Meredith want the victim to pay $110,000. According to their suit, the lawmakers claim the woman entered into a settlement agreement with them that included a confidentiality clause, which required her to keep her allegations and all details of the settlement confidential. In the suit, the lawmakers said the victim talked about the settlement with others within minutes of reaching the agreement. Hoover accepted a plea deal last April in an ethics hearing, admitting to sending inappropriate text messages to the victim. I'm Suzanne Duval.
The legal fees battle between Governor Matt Bevin and former Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis continues. A previous court ruling says the state is responsible for more than $220,000 in attorney fees for same-sex couples denied marriage licenses by Davis years ago. Bevin argues Davis should pay that bill. Roger Ganem, attorney for Davis, tells WKYT.
State sovereign immunity applies because Kim Davis acted for the state in issuing marriage licenses. But we also believe that Kim Davis didn't violate anyone's constitutional rights, meaning she should have personal immunity or qualified immunity herself.
A timeline for when a final ruling might be is unclear. And more than 700 soldiers are on their way home to Fort Campbell. They're part of Task Force Destiny, 101st Combat Aviation Brigade, 101st Airborne Division. They've been deployed to Afghanistan for the last 9 months. The first welcome home ceremony is set for 5:30 tomorrow morning. I'm Jaleesa Chatman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
At AT&T, we believe that access to affordable home internet brings you incredible opportunities. You can enjoy the power to explore a digital world of possibilities and connect with family, friends, and the things that matter most. That's why there's access from AT&T. If a member of your household is a SNAP participant, you may qualify for home internet at a discounted rate of $10 a month. No commitment, no deposit, no installation fee. Plus, get an in-home Wi-Fi gateway at no extra cost. Call 1-855-220-5211 or visit att.com/aware to learn more.
SNAP refers to the Federal Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Pricing excludes tax. Service will include a monthly data allowance depending on the type and speed of service you receive. If you exceed your monthly data plan allowance, you will be automatically charged $10 for each 50 gigabytes of data usage in excess of your data plan, even if less than 50 gigabytes is used. For details about data allowances, go to att.com/internet-usage. Wi-Fi enabled device required. Other restrictions apply.
Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry do it.
Park in Glasgow.
The Weather Channel brings you the latest forecast, sponsored by Southern States in Glasgow.
Do you know who your new Purina dealer in Barron County is? It's Southern States Glasgow Cooperative. Yes, Southern States now stocks Purina bag feeds, chicken, pigs, cows, and horses. Check with Frank or any of the friendly Southern States staff. Stock up on muck boots for the whole family and save 10% off. Men's, women's, boys, and girls muck boots in the latest styles. And as the weather cools down, check with Jimmy at Southern States to learn about ventless propane heaters from 10,000 to 30,000 BTUs. The staff at Southern States is ready to help you year-round in every way. 300 Sampson Street, Glasgow.
Most of us should see mainly raindrops, but heads up, there could be a little bit of sleet or freezing rain mixing in. 42 this afternoon. Areas of patchy fog tonight, 33. Fog early tomorrow with clouds, then becoming mostly sunny, 55. Plenty of sunshine on Sunday, low 60s, mid-60s Monday, afternoon rain showers. Tuesday, low 60s and mostly cloudy. Chance of rain Wednesday and Thursday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, a Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Temperature has not budged this morning, but we like where it is. 40 degrees at WCLU, 2/100ths of an inch of rain. Humidity at 76%. The winds are out of the, the southeast at around 4 miles an hour. Pressure is at 3013. A nice day, 40 degrees from WCLU at 25 minutes after the 7 o'clock hour here on the Live and Local Morning Edition. Check sports next.
Hack Whitty, Marita Whitty-Lyle, David Whitty, Becky Lyle, names that have been trusted in this community for quality auto repairs for 46 years. Names you can continue to trust for many years to come. At Whitty's Complete Car Care, they specialize in all your car repair needs, including brakes, tune-ups, and diagnostics. And you won't believe their amazing tire prices. If you're ever in need of towing or unlocking service, Jeff is ready and waiting 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Whitty's Complete Car Care on Rogers Road in Glasgow, 46 years and counting.
.726 at WCLU and 40 degrees. Let's turn to local sports. High school basketball action from last evening. It was Barron County Trojanettes falling to Casey County 67-60. It was Caverna over Cumberland County's girls 59-40, and the Caverna boys lost to Cumberland County 87-86. High school basketball tonight in girls action. Barron County travels to Hart County, Cumberland County visits Butler County, and Bowling Green goes to Hancock County. Boys games, Clinton County's on the road at Madison Southern. Russell County travels to Jackson County, and Bowling Green goes to John Hardin. Girl-boy doubleheaders, Caverna hosts Medcalf County. Monroe County plays at Allen County Scottsville. Edmondson County goes to Grayson County. Warren East entertains Warren Central. South Warren is at home against Greenwood. Franklin Simpson welcomes Russellville. And Logan County hosts Clarksville, Northeast Tennessee. That's a check of local sports. The new Hardee's is now open in Glasgow. Normally, when someone moves into the neighborhood, you welcome them, preferably with biscuits. But we already make biscuits from scratch. Hand-breaded chicken tenders and 100% Angus beef thick burgers. So don't you go welcoming us. We can welcome ourselves and shake our own hands. But that doesn't mean if you visit us, we won't welcome you. And welcoming you with welcome biscuits is all we need to welcome ourselves. Got it? Good. Welcome to the neighborhood. Us. Next to Glasgow High School on Columbia Avenue. Hardee's, because it tastes better. Now open.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
You want to have fun? Take it to Ralphie's. That's what they do. Birthdays on the very first day of February. Here we go. We've got Gail Matthews, Rebecca Thomas, Becky Sowers, Anna Lee Riley with a birthday, Needy Martin, Lori Fields. Denise Stonewall is 60 today. Jason Russell is 45. Greg McCorkle is 41. Katie Hurt, Josh Davis, Spencer Kidd, Scott Jones, Sheila Spillman, Jamie Tracy, Danny Harden, Amanda Ballard, and Vicki Hindman. Anniversaries, the golden wedding anniversary for Larry and Sue Jewell is today, and we have Dale and Janet Bewley with an anniversary today, too. Saturday, we are celebrating the second birthday of Josie Gossett, Braden Ellis, Gerald Moss, Sue Kilburn, Erica Wilson, Bob Tyree, Bain Million. We also have Victor Nelson, Steve Morrison, and Kenny Ball. Some call it home cooking. Some refer to it as family style or maybe Southern goodness. But around here it's called the Lighthouse. Yes, the Lighthouse Restaurant. Nestled in historic Sulphurwell, Kentucky. It's a scenic drive back to the basics. Basics like famous fried chicken, catfish, and Penn's country ham. The goodness of green beans, lima beans, creamy stewed potatoes and sliced tomatoes, fried apples, biscuits, and red-eye gravy. Our other delicious items include tenderloin, burgers, popcorn chicken, and chicken sandwiches. We always have great starters like fried green tomatoes, cheese sticks, and mushrooms, and great finishers like our mile-high pies. Words can't really describe it. Your family will love the Lighthouse. Open every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 10 a.m. A beacon for appetites from all over southern Kentucky. All roads lead to the Lighthouse on Highway 70 in Sulphurwell.
Glasgow Prescription.
Citizens First that earns you real interest on your money, more than most CDs. Our Platinum Plus checking account. Our staff makes moving your account to Citizens First simple and seamless by helping you through the process. We're committed to a brighter future for both you and our community. Citizens First, the best choice for the best checking accounts. Stop by today to open your Platinum Plus account. Member FDIC.
Good morning, friends. In the early days of 2018, a young man walked into Marshall County High School armed pistol and a hunting knife. As students milled about in the school, this young man opened fire and killed 2 teenagers. He wounded several others. All kinds of speculation went out as to what went wrong with this 15-year-old. When asked about the reasons as to why he did what he did, he said he was interested in science and wanted to perform an experiment. How people would react to such a thing. He said he wanted to see how students would react, how teachers would react, how the police would react, how society would react to these killings. Although many theories were put forth in trying to place the blame on bullying, parents, and society at large, the young man said he was not bullied. He had a good relationship. Incarcerated. If not, his experiment will show him how God will react to his mindless wickedness. He has no one to blame but himself. This is Danny Wyatt for the Refuge Church of Christ.
All right, Danny, thank you. 41 degrees here, WCLU. It is 7:35. Where is that tidbit news intro when you need it?
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
From around the world and up the streets, tidbit news, where we crank it out, and you won't hear just the lead story on many networks.
Page 8.
That's right. We got Brendan Crane in here with us today. Hey, Brendan, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I don't know. Your mic's not on, so nobody's heard you but me. Go ahead. Now try it again.
I said I'm good. How are you, Henry?
I'm doing real good.
All right.
It's Friday. We're having a
That's
good time.
good level right there.
Okay, we're enjoying all that. Okay, so should we do a sound check, just like those rock and roll guys on stage.
Yeah.
Check, 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 check. Now, anyway, and there's somebody who wants to call us, so just got to wait because we're
manned out.
That's right, we are, but that's okay. Now, this story right here, Brendan is an intelligent young man. That's what everybody that we see as teachers and friends, they all brag on how smart he is. He's obviously a lot smarter than a couple of kids that I'm going to tell you about here today, okay? All right, story number 1 here is everybody knows that you should not call 911 unless it's an emergency. Mm-hmm. But when an Indiana boy found that his emergency was that he needed help with his homework, he made the right call. He dialed 911. And he got a dispatcher who was able to talk him through the math problem he was struggling with. Dispatcher Antonia Bundy says the boy said that he had had a bad day at school and needed help with fractions, which she provided.
Yeah.
The boy thanked Bundy and hung up, but not before apologizing for calling 911. Police in Lafayette, Indiana, have released the audio of the call. I don't have it, but if you want to hear it, it's just painful to think about a young kid. When you're a kid, you try to figure out what you can do with what you need, but the 911 call is not what you should do.
How old was this kid?
It doesn't say in the story.
Well, he could have been combining a couple. The DARE officer may have been there that day.
Yeah.
Plus, third grade math is hard.
Yeah.
And I mean, it could have been, combining a couple things he'd picked up at school.
You never thought
if you're in trouble, call 911.
Right. That's right. It's just combining. And if you're in a class you can't get the fractions, that is a troubling problem, but not that troubling to call it out. You've never felt like calling 911 for a math problem, have you, Brennan?
I have not. I've struggled plenty of times in the classroom, but not to the point of that, I think.
Brennan doesn't know about Jolly's Magic Circle.
No, well,
that's how you do fractions for Mrs. Jolly.
That's right, Mrs. Jolly, an excellent teacher, and Miss Martha Ann Jolly. And I have 2 children who can do math today, thanks to Ms. Martha.
I could just see it now, 6th grade. Whoop, 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 whoop. Jolly's Magic Circle.
That's right.
Never will forget that. That's my Common Core.
Well, so that's the reason why you're so good with fractions around here.
Well, you know, I tried to give a fraction of an effort at least.
Yeah, that's right. You are. You're almost to a whole number of effort.
Getting close.
All right, story number 2. A man in Arkansas wanted to see a rap concert so bad, he did something bad in an effort to go. The Texarkana Gazette reports that 19-year-old Zamarcus Scott has pleaded guilty to trying to steal a commercial plane so that he could fly to Chicago for the rap show.
Well, see, the rappers, they ride on a private jet.
Yeah. And
so
he was trying to make it private. Authorities
with gold trim.
Authorities say they found Mr. Scott inside of the cockpit of an American Eagle jet, saying he wanted to get to Chicago. Scott has no training as a pilot, and the police said he told investigators he thought piloting the jet would involve little more than pushing buttons and pulling levers.
I bet he didn't even make it off the runway, did he?
Well, he pleaded guilty to attempted theft of property and commercial burglary and was sentenced to 5 years of probation.
What goes through people's mind?
Yeah, I mean, you know, the sentence would have been if he tried to move it very far, he'd probably killed himself.
Exactly.
Or someone.
That's right. Or just, you know, I'm sure there's lots of safeguards and stuff like that, but it can happen. He wanted to go to that, I don't know who was the rapper in Chicago.
In Chicago?
Recently, yes,
Recently? I don't know. I've been out the game, dog.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Maybe Post Malone.
I don't know.
Or Drake or,
yeah,
you know, I don't know.
Somebody who wanted to go bad enough that he was going to steal that plane and get up there.
I mean, what was the plan after he got in the air?
Well,
that's what,
you know.
That's what I want to know.
He ought to be glad he didn't get up in the air as well.
Exactly.
And, you know, I guess he pushed the down button.
I mean, can you imagine the Department of Homeland Security just, well, there was a Drake concert.
Mm-hmm.
No real terroristic threat here,
Right.
just an idiot.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, anyway.
I'm sure the rapper doesn't want to be publicized that his fans are that dumb.
Either that or he can use it as publicity. Hopefully, any rapper could use that. Yeah, I'm the guy he was going to fly to see.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and one more story here I want to get over with long before Valentine's Day because I don't want to ruin the thought of chocolate for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But out in Sacramento, California, guys, the company Ghirardelli and Russell Stover have agreed to pay $750,000 in fines after prosecutors in California said they offered a little chocolate in a lot of wrapping. Listen to this. Prosecutors in Sacramento and San Joaquin and Shasta and Fresno and Santa Cruz and Yolo counties sued the candy maker.
Yolo County?
Yeah, Y-O-L-O. That's not, what's the chocolate candy? Not Yolo. It's
Rolo.
Rolo, yeah, Rolo. What about it? You a Rolo?
YOLO
man?
have a you know, YOLO means you only live once.
Yeah, that's right. So Rolo is candy, chocolate candy. But up here in Rolo County, they said, wait a minute. Here's what happened. This is the court complaint here. They allegedly misled consumers by selling chocolate products in containers that were oversized or predominantly empty. You got to
You've
like
heard
that
where's
term.
the beef?
Yeah, that's right.
Where's the chocolate?
Where's the chocolate? San Francisco-based Ghirardelli and Kansas City-based Russell Stover are owned by a Swiss company, Lindt and Sprungli. Anyway, their defense is they have not done any wrongdoing, but they agreed to change their packaging under a settlement approved earlier this month. Some packages will shrink or will have a transparent window so consumers can look inside.
That's great. I got a text from my sister, your daughter, Henry.
Yeah.
She's listening to one of your favorite rap songs,
Which
as a
is-
matter of fact.
What is it? The
We
Smurfs
can't say
dead?
the title of it, but
the
it's
Smurfs dead and
it
getting all wet.
You know how it goes, do, 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 watch yourself. You know that song?
Yeah.
That's the story where we were visiting Carol Lou on family weekend, her freshman year of college.
Yeah.
And you, being the nice gentleman you were the valet guy for the entire group as you took us all out to dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And we had some of Carol Lou's friends with us as well, because I don't guess their parents came to family weekend.
Yeah.
And so you were trying to be cool, and it was cool because we got a great story. You pull up to the door of the restaurant doing like this with your hands like this, and that's the song that was playing.
Was it? It worked out?
Yeah.
What a transition.
Yeah, so Carol Lou just sent me the picture of her morning commute. This song came up.
Okay. Gotcha.
So, but that's another day in
good
music
morning,
history.
Lulu.
Yep. So she's tuned in this morning.
Okay, well that's good. And I thought you were talking about that. You know that the song "Work It."
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I couldn't really understand what they were saying, so I came up with my own verse. The Smurf's dead and getting all wet. The Swerk it. The Smurf's dead and getting all wet.
That's the first time I've ever heard
What
that.
about it, Brendan? Does that sound close?
I guess that's a good rendition. I mean, you can't understand it in the first place.
Well, that's right. So, hey, why not say the Smurf's dead and getting all wet?
That's right.
The Smurf's dead and getting all wet. All right. So
That's some form of pig Latin, I do believe.
That's right. Who would fly to see that?
Missy Misdemeanor
Pilot
Elliott.
or not?
Missy Elliott. Maybe that's who the guy was going to see.
Yeah. Well, it could be. And I think we've got chocolate straightened out, and we've got the young pilot wannabe, and the young
I'm going away from chocolate this year, though.
Okay. To what?
Well, Chick-fil-A is now serving a pan of the chicken minis in a heart-shaped pan.
Now, you got to rise out of Brennan on that chicken minis.
Oh, they're great.
Is that better than chocolate?
Oh, yes. I agree. I mean, it's great. The chicken pairs nicely. It's got like a little bit of a honey drip there on the biscuit bread, however you want to put it, somewhere in there.
And those rolls are made right here in Hart County.
That's right.
So it is really good. I would rather have that over chocolate any day.
Exactly. But the chocolate hangs around a few weeks
It does.
or hours, depending on who you are.
That's right.
But I'm doing that.
Okay.
And then I'm going to book my reservation at White Castle.
Okay.
Of course, they put that on the sign every year.
Yeah.
We're now taking your Valentine's Day decorations
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
reservations, not decorations.
Well, there's lots to talk about. We're coming into the month of February. It's the month of love and all that sort of stuff. So there we go. The phones are ringing off the wall. Have we stepped on somebody's toes? We better answer it and see, okay?
All right.
And that's Tidbit News. Thanks for joining us there, Brendan.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Do you know that some healthcare professionals still make house calls? Amedisys Home Health is a group of compassionate professionals who deliver the best care to our patients in their homes. Whether you're recovering from a surgery or recuperating from an illness, our home health nurses, aides, and therapists can provide medication and treatment to you in your home. Ask your doctors if you qualify for home health care, or call Amedisys Home Health Care at 270-651-7640.
You dream of a career in healthcare. Make your dream a reality at WKU in Glasgow. From dental assisting to phlebotomy to clinical medical assisting, we offer affordable, convenient classes that fit your busy schedule. Some can be completed in as little as 9 weeks. Employers are looking for qualified healthcare professionals. The right career training can help you stand above the rest. Classes begin in March, so register today at wku.edu/Glasgow/training. Life at the top is worth the climb.
Hello, I'm Anthony Myatt. Thanks for calling. How can I help you?
I need life insurance, but it's so complicated.
It can be. As a Modern Woodman agent, I'm trained to design the best plan for you.
Great. Thanks a lot. I'm so glad I called you.
Call me anytime at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodman of America.
All right, so we're at 7:46, and we've got another birthday here to add. This is today's birthday. We're adding Leo Crossman. Happy birthday to Leo Crossman. And I want to be sure that we're up to date on the birthdays. Let me look one other place right here. And actually, I'm going to play a couple of words from our sponsors and come right back, and we will do some music trivia.
Competition is good, and when you've been in business for 53 years, you've done something right. Even with all the new ways you can